Hi, my name is Bill Nelson. I'm going to walk you through setting up your unit for the Advancement Sync. You will be notified that your unit has been activated so that you can set up your unit for the Advancement Sync. And these steps in this video are what you do once you have been notified that you can participate in the Advancement Sync. When your unit is activated for the sync, you will go into your units page and scroll down and edit your unit. When you get to that page, scroll down to the bottom of that page and you will see the following page, the following item. So what you'll see at the bottom of your Edit Troop page is the following. It'll say BSA Advancement Sync, and it'll say, congratulations, you are now eligible to take part in the BSA Advancement Sync. There'll be a 4-step process to actually get your troop activated for the Advancement Sync. Well, the first step, and you can find each of these instructions for each of these steps by clicking on the words unit setup or key 3 or verify yourself or verify scout roster. And let's go through these 4 steps. For unit setup, you must be a current unit and have a current unit subscription with at least 3 active unit administrators. Your unit must be properly matched with a correct BSA unit roster. If those conditions are met, you get a little green check mark. If they're not, you need to rectify that, and then you'll get your green check mark. Key 3. Scout Book will check to see if you are a registered Key 3 member of your unit, and the setup must be performed by a currently registered Key 3 member. So you can't actually do this setup unless you are a Key 3 member. And that's a unit leader, which is a scoutmaster, cubmaster, varsity coach, venturing advisor, or skipper, or a committee chairman, or the chartered organization representative for the unit. Make sure that you've entered your BSA member number into your profile in Scout Book and set up yourself as a Key 3 member in the Scout Book roster. Also make sure you appear on the current BSA roster as a Key 3 member. You can check this through Member Manager on the My Scouting Tools website, which is my.scouting.org. Scout Book unit administrators can activate any additional scouts that join the unit after the initial activation occurs. So you need to set this up. To set up your unit, you need to be a Key 3 member. Once your unit is set up and the initial scouts are activated for the sync, all future scouts can be activated by any Scout Book unit administrator for your unit. The third step is to verify yourself. Scout Book is going to ask you for your login credentials for myscouting.org to verify the person setting up the sync is who they say they are. So Scout Book is going to, when you click on that, Scout Book is going to ask you for your membership, for your My Scouting Tools user ID and password, and it'll use those to check to make sure that you are who you say you are. And then finally, when you click on Verify Scout Roster, it's going to make sure all scouts on your Scout Book roster match those found in your official BSA unit roster. The BSA member number must be in Scout Book in the individual scouts profile, and it must match the membership ID in your official BSA roster for the scouts to match. One hint is that if you perform a ScoutNet import, the BSA member number should be brought in from your official BSA roster and auto-populate into Scoutbook for you. You can view your official BSA unit roster through the my.scouting.org website in Member Manager if you are a Unit Key 3 member. So you click on each of these steps and it'll walk you through. If there are issues, it will tell you, Scoutbook will tell you what the issues are so that you can resolve them. Once you have the 4 green check marks for the 4 items, there is one place here where you need to check, and then it says that I have communicated with the troop committee and members of the Key 3, and we are in agreement to activate Advancement Sync in Scoutbook. So you click that box there, and then you click on Activate Sync at the bottom, and your troop will then be activated for the Advancement Sync. Okay, I'd like to show you some other things about what happens when you sync your unit with Advancement Sync. When you initially sync the unit and you go through the 4 steps, what it'll do is go through and check to sync all scouts that have been verified in the unit. So they have the green check mark. So before you go into the sync, make sure that the scouts that you want to activate for the sync have been verified and they have the green check mark. Then make sure that they have their membership ID in their profile so that they are ready for the sync. So that when it goes through the test for the sync, it will go in and only try to sync those scouts that have the green check mark, the ones that are verified. It will ignore any scout that does not have the green check mark. Once it has completed the sync activity, it will then show like this A with the circle around it, an icon that shows that these scouts are now part of the Advancement Sync. So anytime I go in and approve an award or advancement for any of these scouts, it is just like putting it into Internet Advancement. They are now recorded at the national database. When I want to go to the Scout Shop, what I'll do is go into the troop page, go into Troop Reports, Needs Purchasing Report. In the Needs Purchasing Report, we will select the items that we would like to go to the Scout Shop and purchase, which are the items that have been approved, and we will add them to a PO, or we will create a new PO for them. And this is what a PO looks like. It just has the items in it that you're going to bring to the Scout Shop. And then you scroll down to the bottom of the page and you'll see an item that says Advancement Report. So if you click on that, it'll create a PDF of a file you can bring to your Scout Shop. And it looks like the advancement reports that we are used to. The only difference is on the bottom, it says Scoutbook Advancement Sync with National BSA Database. That tells the Scout Shop that this advancement report is of items that are recorded in the national database. So it's just as if you had used Internet Advancement, but you didn't. You used Scoutbook only, but you're synced, so you don't have to use Internet Advancement from now on. And the Scout Shops know to accept this form. Going back to the roster, I'd like to show you how you can add someone to your roster and have them be brought into the sync after you have been brought into the sync and everybody else is synced. So in this case, Andrew we want to bring into the troop. He bridged over, whatever. He's new to the troop. We enter his information into his profile. If he was a Scout Book user previously, all of it, and you transfer him into your troop, all of his advancements will transfer with him. This is nationwide. We can bring scouts in who have used Scout Book previously, and they will all be brought in. If you have added a scout and there are no advancements, then when you activate him for the sync and he has advancements recorded in Internet Advancement, those advancements will be brought into Scout Book. So that's what we call sync. That's what we're talking about. When you activate the sync for the scout, items that are in Scout Book will go into Scout Net, and items that are in Scout Net will go into Scout Book. So you can create the profile, the Scout's profile, either by typing it in, or you can go to your troop page or pack page, and you can do a ScoutNet roster import, which will bring in everything that is in Scout Book for the new scout if he's registered in Scout Book. And you're not going to be able to sync the new scout until he is registered in ScoutNet, until he's registered at your council. So once he's registered at your council, you can bring in the scout into the sync. You can always type in the scout and track his advancement the way you normally do. But to bring him into the sync and be able to purchase advancements for him, he needs to be registered at your council. So once he's registered at your council and you have a member ID for him, just go into his profile that you had set up and then go into Edit Profile and put in his membership ID so that he is now ready for the sync. Once you have done that and you have gone into his profile, make sure you activate him. And then you'll have the green check mark. And then click here to activate for the sync. And then at that point, the Scout Book will go into the national database and will sync his records up. And now he is activated for the sync. You'll get a message that said that he's successfully been activated. You can go into your roster again and look, and he will now have that little A next to his name that shows that he is now part of the advancement sync. So now anytime I approve any awards for him, it automatically is updated in the national database. And that's in a nutshell what the advancement sync does. It syncs the whatever advancements you put in to Scout Book to the national database. And if somebody at the national office puts something in ScoutNet, or somebody in your local council office puts an advancement in ScoutNet, it will show up in a couple of days to the Scout Book, and you'll see it. So that's the advancement sync in a nutshell. We do have some frequently asked questions that are set up already in for the advancement sync, and you'll be able to get your questions answered in those frequently asked questions probably. There's also an email address there where you can query to find more information out on the advancement sync. I wanted to show you how you can find more information out on the advancement sync. If you go to your home page and then go to forums, there is a Using Scout Book forum. If you click on that and scroll down, there is a thread called Getting Ready for the Advancement Sync. If you click on that, it tells you a little bit about the advancement sync, and it has a frequently asked questions document. If you click on that document, it'll It is a document where we're trying to anticipate the frequently asked questions that you would have about the sync. So read through that document, see if your questions are answered there. At the bottom of the document is an email address you can send questions to get answered if you run into issues or if you have questions on the sync. So as you get activated, you will be notified as you get activated for the sync, or we will notify people in general on the Scalpbook forums that they are activated. And you will see at the bottom of your troop page or pack page the screens that we showed you at the very beginning of the video, and then follow the instructions that we will send you, or will have posted, which basically say the same thing that I said on the video, on how to activate your unit for the sync. Well, thank you for watching the video, and we hope you're enjoying using Scalpbook.